Now at 9, activist Charlie Kirk was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. We have the details.
And hear Trump's recent comments on cutting Democratic programs and how this affects the future of the shutdown.
And federal agents used tear gas to break up a crowd in Chicago. Find out how this is affecting the area.
And a sentencing has been made in the firebombing of a governor's house. We have the details.
We're tracking continuing warm conditions. NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Cameron No.
And I'm Noah Lida.
The late conservative activist Charlie Kirk was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom today. President Donald Trump entered the ceremony alongside Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk. Speaking from the Rose Garden, Trump described Kirk as a, quote, true American hero, end quote, who was way beyond his years.
Today we're here to honor and remember a fearless warrior for liberty, beloved leader who galvanized the next generation like nobody I've ever seen before, and an American patriot of the deepest conviction, the finest quality and the highest caliber, the late, great Charlie Kirk.
Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, also spoke briefly during the ceremony, thanking the Trump administration for its support over the past month.
Charlie always admired your commitment to freedom, and that's something that both of you shared, so thank you. Your support of our family and the work that Charlie devoted his life to will be something I cherish forever, so thank you.
Kirk was shot and killed on September 10th during a speaking event at Utah Valley University. The accused gunman, Tyler Robinson, faces several charges, including murder. He's due back in court later this month.
President Donald Trump said today that his administration is using the shutdown to permanently end federal programs championed by Democrats.
The Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown because we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to. So we're being able, and they're never going to come back in many cases. So we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen, and now we're closing them up. And we're not going to let them come back.
Trump also said they plan to release a list of the programs on the chopping block, calling them semi-communist programs. Earlier today, the White House Office of Management and Budget said it would continue to ride out the shutdown with more reductions in force, suggesting the Trump administration plans to continue laying off federal workers. Last week, thousands at 7 federal agencies were notified they'd be losing their jobs.
A chaotic scene unfolded on Chicago's east side today. Federal agents in camouflage fired tear gas to break up a crowd. What exactly led to the incident was not immediately clear, but it happened after what appeared to be a car crash. Some in the crowd appeared to be shouting at officials before the chemical agent was deployed. Authorities have not said what federal agency was involved, though uniforms reportedly resembled those of Customs and Border Protection.
A Pennsylvania man has pleaded guilty to firebombing the governor's residence. Today, Cody Balmer pleaded guilty to all charges, including attempted murder of Governor Josh Shapiro, aggravated arson, and terrorism. The 38-year-old was then sentenced to 25 to 50 years in prison. He won't be eligible for parole until 2050. Authorities said Balmer used Molotov cocktails to set fire to the governor's Harrisburg residence in April. The governor, his wife, 3 children, state troopers, and others were inside at the time. No one was hurt. The fire caused extensive damage to the residence's first floor. Afterward, Balmer told 911 he went after Shapiro because he believed the governor supported Israel and the war between Israel and Hamas.
You may have heard of a popular soda shop in Yorktown, Twister's, but did you know it just got more local? NewsLink Indiana's Allison Branicki stopped by to learn more.
Behind me is the newest shop addition in the village. Just opening last week, Twister's has been serving up new creations of energy drinks and sodas for the Muncie community. Despite its grand opening being last Friday, the store is continuously packed with customers. Walking distance from Ball State's campus, its location is attracting many college students. Owner Kelly Klein started this business in 2022, with Muncie being its 4th location following Pendleton, Noblesville, and Yorktown.
Larger corporations tend to forget
people in northern Indiana, and so I'm trying to trickle my way up to give us what we all really want. Klein was inspired by the dirty soda trend, which started further west. I went to school out in Utah, and I had it out there like 10 years ago, and I just waited and waited for somebody to come out here. Nobody was. The beverages add a combination of flavored syrups and add-ons such as fresh fruit, cold foam, or even edible glitter to sodas and more. There are currently 62 signature twisters on the menu to try, including one dedicated to Ball State called the Chirp Chirp. And first-timers are already enjoying their purchases.
This is my first time trying Twisters, and it's really good, so definitely be coming back.
Twisters is open 7 days a week. You might want to try swapping out your afternoon coffee for a drink like this. In Muncie, Allison Branicki, NewsLink, Indiana.
Sounds refreshing. You can find Twister's full schedule and menu on their website at twistersodabar.com. It is located across from Game Day Spirit off of West University Avenue.
Senators voted on a short-term government funding proposal from the Republican Party this evening. The bill, which would have funded the government through November 21st, did not meet the 60 votes needed to pass. The bill previously passed in the House but needed additional Democratic support to pass in the Senate. Republicans did not address the health care-related concerns of Democratic senators, causing a lack of support. I was walking around on campus today, and the weather was it was beautiful, I'll say that. I was walking around and I was like, we've been talking previous shows, and it's like night and day, because we were talking about how it was so hot, but it's finally been something.
Yeah, I'm excited to wear jeans, but I don't have to bundle up. I'm not ready for winter, but let's hear from Evan for weather.
It was a little bit warmer today than it has been in the past, you guys, so I can understand why we were wearing jeans. I myself was wearing jeans, but now it's cooled off a little bit. 56 degrees here in Muncie now, 65 over there in Lafayette, and 69 down in Indianapolis. A little bit cooler up there in the Chicago South Bend area, though. 60 degrees up there in Chicago right now. When I'm tracking my full forecast tonight, I'm tracking cooler temperatures returning, the homecoming forecast for this weekend, and chances of weekend rain. Cameron and Noah, back over to you.
Thank you, Evan. Intense rains and floods in Mexico have left dozens of people dead and missing, and tens of thousands of damaged homes nationwide. The intense rains were fueled by Tropical Storm Raymond, which formed Thursday off the coast of Guerrero, converging with remnants of Hurricane Priscilla and other systems in the Atlantic Ocean. Officials reported deaths in several states on the Pacific coast. The search for victims is ongoing as authorities intensify relief efforts to assist people in the country's hardest hit states.
After the break, Meta announced new PG-13 age restrictions on Instagram. Find out how this affects the app's users.
And SpaceX added another successful test to its program. Find out more on the company's demonstrations. Stay with us.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back. Instagram is unveiling PG-13 protections for its teen accounts and Meta's latest update for its popular platform.
The update installs more limits on what millions of young people can see.
Instagram launched teen accounts last year. They had default privacy protections and content limits for many teen users, along with restricted posts related to violence, cosmetic procedures, or self-harm. Today's update goes a step further with new restrictions. Among them, Instagram will not promote and may even hide some posts. That includes those with strong language or posts which could encourage, quote, harmful behaviors, end quote, like content with risky stunts. Teens also won't be able to follow accounts that regularly share inappropriate content. The new restrictions will automatically apply to Instagram users under 18.
SpaceX launched an hour-long test flight Monday evening of its Starship mega rocket. The Super Heavy rocket booster landed in the Gulf near the launch facility in Texas after successfully separating from the Starship spacecraft. About an hour later, Starship crashed into the Indian Ocean. This was the 11th Starship test flight. The company has been working to develop a vehicle to complete a moon landing for the NASA that's planned for 2027. SpaceX's latest test mission is expected to be the last for the current version of Starship. The company has plans to debut a scaled-up version for the next flight.
Lay's announced what it's calling its biggest rebrand in nearly 100-year history. The top-selling potato chip brand in the U.S. has redesigned its chip bags and recipes. For the packaging, Lay's said its new logo has a warmer, more distinct sun and now has sun rays or Lay's rays beaming from it. And it says the packages have a cooler, refined color palette inspired by its recipes, including pickle green, hickory brown, and savory red. It also added the text "made with real potatoes" on the bags. As for the ingredient changes, Lay's said it's removing artificial flavors and colors from its core products in the U.S. by the end of the year. Also, some chip varieties have been reformulated with avocado and olive oil.
Rapper T-Pain announced he is teaming up with Crocs. The celebrity and apparel company are pairing to bring to life the boots with the fur from Flo Rida's classic song, Low, which features the artist. The result is what Crocs is calling the classic unforgettable leopard knee-high boot. The company says the boot is more than 35 inches tall and wrapped in vegan leopard print fur. It's also adorned with more than a dozen charms, chains, and embellishments. The new boot will be available October 23rd on crocs.com with a retail price of $159.99.
I'm tracking chances of weekend rain. Check out my full forecast after the break.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. It was an absolutely beautiful end of the day here in East Central Indiana. Our Cooper Skycam giving us a beautiful look of campus here in the background. Schaefer Tower there shining absolutely beautifully. You can actually see a star out there with our Skycam right now. But it was a little bit of a cooler end to a little bit of a warmer day. 56 degrees right now here in Muncie, 69 in Indianapolis down there. 61 in Terre Haute and 64 in Evansville, with it being a little bit cooler in the Chicago and South Bend area. It is going to cool down a little bit more tonight, 51 degrees with those mostly clear conditions. Calm winds blowing at about 5 miles per hour. It's actually going to blow in a little bit more cloud cover as we move into tomorrow morning, with those mostly cloudy conditions starting our commute to work or school with 53 degrees. Starting out our morning, that cloud cover is going to only increase as we move throughout the day. 64 degrees at noon with those cloudy conditions coming in, while at 5 p.m. our high tomorrow is going to be 69 degrees with those clouds moving out a little bit, and we're going to be seeing those mostly cloudy conditions again. Though with these changes in temperature, we aren't seeing much rain yet this week. We've only observed 0.24 inches through this part of October, where our normal time for this year is 1.35 inches of rain. So again, we're not seeing that much right now. We're actually an inch under normal, and this is being reinforced with our drought monitor here right now. We're seeing those severe cases here in Muncie, while up north we're seeing more extreme cases, while as you go farther south you're seeing more of those moderate cases of drought and even drier out west in Indiana. Though, like I mentioned, we are going to be tracking some chances of weekend rain. These clouds are kind of going to move in Friday morning for us here, while then Saturday morning we're going to start seeing these first wisps of rain kind of moving into our area, while then Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening we're going to see more of those rain chances, even continuing into Sunday morning. Our homecoming forecast for the week, though, it is going to be mostly cloudy for those bed races, 73 degrees at noon on Friday. While for the Chase Charlie 5K, it's going to be an absolutely beautiful morning for that, 60 degrees, a little bit of partly cloudy conditions. So if you are running in that, I would recommend wearing sweatpants and even a light jacket. While Saturday for the tailgate and the football game there that afternoon, that rain is going to start around 2:30. So the tailgate, you should be fine. While the football game, you might want to take a jacket or even an umbrella for that if you're going to be out there supporting our Cardinals this weekend. Like I mentioned, though, those storms and even chances of rain have a 60% chance on that Saturday afternoon, and that'll continue even into Sunday, that 60% chance in the morning. Our highs are going to start going up a little bit more to Saturday, 78 being the highest it's going to get this weekend, while then it'll drop down lower into those 62 degrees on Sunday, while those sunshine conditions are actually going to be coming back in on the next work week, so I'm super excited for that. Unfortunately, it is going to be raining during homecoming, so unfortunate for that.
That really is unfortunate with the homecoming and the rain situation. I have been happy to have the weather that we've been having, where it's been a little chillier, because I've been waiting for that fall weather. But I want it to still be dry out. Like, I still want it to be able to walk around, like, still being nice.
Yeah, I'm sad it's gonna rain on Saturday, but I'm glad that it'll be warm. So it's not gonna be like super cold and rainy. But thank you so much, Evan. Of course. There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Michael Baugh has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Cam and Noah. The Ball State Women's Rugby Club is playing for something bigger than just themselves. And the latest information on a former NFL quarterback's court case. All this and more next in sports.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is Pretirement.
I don't know
you're so sad? You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Michael Ball with sports. A Ball State soccer player has been awarded MAC Defensive Player of the Week. Freshman Jordan Klassen was named MAC Defensive Player of the Week after she scored the only goal in the Cards' win against Eastern Michigan on Thursday. This marks the third time this season a Cardinal from the soccer team has been named a MAC Player of the Week, as senior Addie Chester was awarded this honor twice earlier this year. Keeping it on the pitch, Ball State Women's Rugby Club made their Ruck breast cancer event bigger in its second year. NewsLink Indiana's Josh Gabbard headed to the pitch to see what drove the players to expand the event.
Ball State Women's Rugby Club is no stranger to the physical nature of the sport.
It's adrenaline is a huge thing. Once you get hurt, you get back up and you keep going. You take a cold ice bath when you get home and massage gun and icy hot, call it a day. But it definitely hurts, but it's worth it.
While the play on the field is tough and challenging, the club came together to highlight another challenging battle women face: breast cancer.
So for this event with the Breast Cancer Research Foundation that we're donating to, it's mainly to go into researching and then showing support and making it known that this is an issue that we have.
An issue that impacts many families, including Silsby Inmans.
My mom passed away of cancer my senior year of high school, about a month or two before I became an adult. And I went to college and I felt really lost, and I found this awesome community. And I knew that I wanted to do something to honor her, or at least to increase research.
With the announcement of the second year of the event, pink filled the pitch, honoring those impacted by breast cancer.
It was fantastic seeing everyone supporting, wearing pink. People saw our Instagram posts of donating money. They brought cash, put it in the box, and it's going straight towards that foundation. So it was amazing to see such a large crowd participating. Last time it was only our team, so seeing the other teams get the news flash was fantastic.
All proceeds from the match are going to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, primarily funding research efforts. In Muncie, Josh Gabbard, NewsLink, Indiana.
Switching over to downtown Indy, former NFL quarterback and Fox analyst Mark Sanchez has been booked and released by Marion County Police. This comes after Sanchez was hospitalized after he was allegedly involved in a fight with 69-year-old truck driver Perry Toll. Prosecutors say a dispute over a parking space led to the confrontation between Sanchez and Toll, with Sanchez being stabbed several times. Sanchez was booked on several charges, including felony battery, before posting bail. Marion County Judge James Osborne has scheduled pretrial conferences to begin October 22nd, with the trial to be scheduled for December. So, I think it's very good that the women's rugby team is starting to fight for something bigger than themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, and it was such an inspiring story, and thank you to the women's rugby team for really just showing all types of women.
Yeah, I mean, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I always get emotional about it because my mom's a survivor of breast cancer. So seeing people, do things to prompt research and prompt people talking about it is just always, I think, amazing. But thank you, Michael. Coming up after the break, Stephanie Weaver has your campus coverage.
And we have one final look at weather. Stay with us.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first, we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Stephanie Weaver, and this is your campus coverage. The bulk of students and staff at Ball State provide many opportunities to be a part of the university community. Whether it's in the classroom, outside, or in the dorms, Ball State students find a way to balance classes with their personal lives.
Taking the time to prioritize your work, but also to spend those times that you have with your friends, I think it's you can get pretty good time spent with your major.
In the classroom, students work together and with their professors to reach their goals. Group projects, one-on-ones, and simply getting to know your professors are key elements to making connections in the classroom.
Speaking with your professor, getting to know them more would definitely help because they might be willing to give you more resources, and it also makes the class a little bit more easygoing during lectures and things like that. So you can always get that extra help when you get to know them a little bit more.
Outside of the classroom, there are plenty more opportunities to connect. Students gather together for activities such as the current homecoming events, but also to bond over common interests. There are many hidden gems around campus for students to explore and spend time with new people. In Muncie, Stephanie Weaver, NewsLink, Indiana. Ball State's variety of clubs encourages students to get out to explore and meet new people. And don't forget to check out all the homecoming events for this week around campus. You can find a full list of events on the Ball State homecoming page on social media. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this homecoming week is going to be a blast. I mean, I'm sure hope we have good weather for the game.
I absolutely am so excited for the homecoming. I know we talked about earlier about having a little bit of rain, and I'm not excited for that, but I feel like with the weather being okay, we can kind of pass through it and it will still be nice.
Yeah, regardless of the weather, I'm excited for the tailgate. I'm excited for Air Jam on Thursday. I know that's going to be so much fun. Thank you, Stephanie. Let's pass it to Evan for one final look at weather.
Yeah, like you guys mentioned, the homecoming week forecast is looking pretty fantastic. We're definitely seeing those beautiful temperatures returning this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to kind of round out our week. Unfortunately, Friday for bed race, it is going to be a little bit cloudy, and Saturday there are those chances of thunderstorms, that 60% chance during the game at 2 o'clock, and Sunday that 60% chance of precipitation even covering into the morning. It will start to cool down though into next work week with that sunshine returning, so it is going to be absolutely beautiful.
I'm so excited. I love homecoming week. I love fall. I just think it's so much fun.
I'm excited too. This is actually going to be my first time being at homecoming, so I'm really excited to experience that and really see it all. I really am excited for the bed races the most.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's my first tailgate, so it should be a fun time.
I love the football games, going to those and cheering on our Cardinals, so I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Evan. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.